Hey friends, Jerry Robinson here from TrueRichesRadio.com, again with another brief video for you. This time we're talking about the Jefferson Bible. We've talked about the Jefferson Bible before. You've probably heard us talk about that in previous videos. But the Jefferson Bible is a book that was put together by our founding father here in the United States, Thomas Jefferson. Now, we've done videos on Thomas Jefferson in the past. I would refer you to those. You can also find those in the description box here on this YouTube video. But we won't talk about Jefferson's faith and all of that, or lack of faith. We'll save that for other videos that we've done. But today, what I wanted to briefly show you was the Jefferson Bible and show you how the Bible, the Jefferson Bible begins and how it ends, which is very interesting. The Jefferson Bible is a book, as I mentioned, that was put together by Thomas Jefferson in his later years. And what he did was he literally took scissors to the Gospels, the Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, and he cuts out the parts that he believes to be true and accurate. So in other words, Thomas Jefferson didn't believe that the Bible was fully accurate. He believed that it had been distorted. He believed that words had been added. He believed that there were many things that were attributed to Jesus Christ that were untrue. Those things that he thought that were attributed to Jesus Christ that he believed to be untrue should be shocking to any Bible-believing Christian. But unfortunately, we haven't heard a lot about this, and that's one of the reasons why I'm doing this brief video. So this is just a simple copy of the Jefferson Bible. I found this online just by searching for the Jefferson Bible PDF in Google, and I found this free version here, which you can download and look at. But I'm going to scroll down, and you can see the very first page here, the life and morals of Jesus of Nazareth, extracted textually from the Gospels, literally with scissors, together with a comparison of his doctrines with those of others. So as we take a look at this, what I wanted to basically show you is how this book actually begins. There's an interesting little introduction where it talks about Jefferson's views and all of this, the religious views of Thomas Jefferson. But when you scroll down, you get to the point where the book actually begins. And what's interesting is that the Jefferson Bible begins with Luke chapter 2. So the very first part of the Gospels that we learn is Luke chapter 2, which comes obviously after Luke chapter 1. And if you're familiar with what's in Luke chapter 1, that is the story, the annunciation of the angel of the divine birth that's going to happen through Mary, how Mary is going to bear this child even though she's a virgin. And also, we read about the Elizabeth encounter with Mary and all of this with John the Baptist in the womb, leaping. Well, all of this is in Luke chapter 1. This is excluded from the Jefferson Bible because Jefferson did not believe in the virgin birth of Jesus Christ. He simply believed that it was a dupe. He believed that was a falsehood that was added by the clergy later to give them more power. So he said Jesus was not born of a virgin, and he was pretty adamant about that idea. So he didn't believe that there was a virgin birth. And as you scroll through here, you'll see the verses that he thought should go into the New Testament. He was correcting the New Testament, and you can scroll through this. But what I want you to see, and do all this research on your own. I don't want to spend a whole hour talking about the Jefferson Bible here, but I want to show you the very first verse, which you just saw, which is Luke chapter 2, verse 1, which is after the Annunciation, after the announcement of the virgin birth. It picks up where Mary and Joseph are going to going to a spot to give birth in Bethlehem. Now, when you go to the very last verse, you say, well, how does the Jefferson Bible end? Like, what is the very last thing that he puts in? Well, the very last verse is right here. The Bible goes on, but he stops here. The very last verse, there laid they Jesus and rolled a great stone to the door of the sepulchre and departed. And then you're thinking, okay, so where's the resurrection story? And you scroll down and you say, wait, There's not a resurrection story here. The book is over, right? That's how it ends. How does the book begin? Jesus is born in a stable in Bethlehem with no announcement of a virgin birth and nothing about Mary being a virgin. And then the very last verse of the Jefferson Bible is, they laid Jesus in a tomb and roll a great stone to the door of the sepulchre and leave. They departed. That's the last verse of the Jefferson Bible. So the Jefferson Bible not only does not have the virgin birth announced by the angel before Jesus is born, it also doesn't have Jesus' resurrection. Now you would ask yourself, why would the Jefferson Bible eliminate and ignore and not include the virgin birth of Jesus? And why did Jefferson not also include the report about Jesus' resurrection as taken from the Gospels? And there's a really simple answer, if you're ready for it. It's because Thomas Jefferson, the one who penned our Declaration of Independence, Thomas Jefferson, who was one of our presidents here of the United States and a leading founding father, did not believe that Jesus was born of a virgin and did not believe that Jesus rose from the dead. Now, this is the Jefferson Bible. You can look at it. It's on display. It's been on display in different museums, but I know that it's certainly at Monticello, that you can buy a copy online and see this for yourself. No one's making up anything. The Jefferson Bible begins without the virgin birth, and it ends without the resurrection. It is the story of Jesus minus all of those things that Thomas Jefferson thought were invented. So perhaps we could just simply ask, do you agree with Thomas Jefferson that Jesus was not born of a virgin and that Jesus was not raised from the dead? And we could also ask another question, is it possible to be a Christian and not believe in the virgin birth and not believe in the resurrection? And if it's not possible to believe or to be a Christian and not believe in those things, then how is it possible for Thomas Jefferson to be a Christian? And therefore, whenever Thomas Jefferson writes about nature's God, what God is he referring to? Is he referring to the risen Jesus Christ? Clearly not, because Thomas Jefferson didn't believe in a risen Jesus Christ. Just more important food for thought for you. I hope this helps along your own life path as you are living out your faith and trying to avoid deception. You can find more about us online at truerichesradio.com. I encourage you to check it out. Download some of our podcasts, check out more of our videos. You can even subscribe to this YouTube channel if you want more videos like this, hard-hitting videos designed to help you in your faith walk by challenging believers to think and thinkers to believe. We'll see you next time. God bless.